The more you do it, the better at it you get, and the more cleanly God's grace can flow to you and through you and out to others. My name is Brett Oberk. I found myself here at Avenue through an apartment search. My wife and I were divorcing, and I drove past it and I thought, all right, God, I'll check it out. Not too long after that, I took one of the Rooted classes. That really solidified Avenue becoming my church home. I grew up in church. My dad's a minister. I'm a preacher's kid. I think my understanding of grace went hand in hand with forgiveness. I have had a one-way understanding of grace. I was never a person who particularly extended a whole lot of grace. I've damaged a lot of relationships by not being able to extend grace to others. Eventually that catches up with you and you realize that something's got to change. That is something in this past year I have learned to understand that God's grace needs to flow from Him to me and through me to others. Experiencing grace in my daily life, it's really hard because things are so difficult. Because so much in my personal and professional life, I've been unemployed for a year now, to see and feel and appreciate the grace that I know I'm getting has not been easy. I am learning the lessons that God is trying to teach me in this season of life. I think a big part of grace is getting to hear God's voice. And that to me is a significant indicator of God's grace. He's saying, okay, you're here and I am trying to tell you the things that I need you to know. In this moment, in this season, at this church, I am grateful to be hearing God speak to me through Pastor Kyle on a regular basis. You know, you always get more than you give when you give. The opportunities to serve here are numerous. You know, I get to help out in the back with the live stream, and every once in a while I play bass in the church band, and that has been tremendous in terms of opportunity to be able to serve and to give back and meet people and deepen relationships here at Avenue. For sure, I am a different person than I was a year ago, than I was a year and a half ago. Know that my kids have seen a difference. It's the beginning of the changes that need to be made. I know that if my kids are seeing it, there is a change happening. That is absolutely God's grace working in my life. Our ability to extend grace is constantly tested. You don't walk out your door and run 20 miles. You start slow, and you get faster, you get better at it, and it's able to take you places that you couldn't have gotten otherwise. Extending grace is the same way. You've got to start one step at a time, and the more you do it, the better at it you get, and the more cleanly God's grace can flow to you and through you and out to others. Without question, without grace, my life would be a tremendously dark thing. I think I would be completely without family. I think I would be completely without hope. I'm glad I found Avenue, and I'm glad that His grace is sufficient. Sometimes we think of grace as things we like and enjoy, and we're basking in this wonderful glow of God's grace. But maybe grace is also at times discipline. Grace is also instruction. Grace is also keeping you in a season of your life that is difficult in order to bring you through it to the place He wants you to be.